Hey guys, it's Cindy, and I want to have a little anatomy lesson with you today. And again, I want to give you some terms so you understand what's going on with your dog, how your dog operates physically, mentally, and it just gives us so many insights into the dog's behavior, and it just helps us be such better pet parents and make wise decisions about our dogs. So, your anatomy lesson is your vocabulary word for the day, which is dewclaw. Now, a lot of you know what a dewclaw is, some of you don't. And I want to give you some of these terms that I hear, basically the questions that I get asked all the time. What is a dewclaw? Should I have it removed? Do I need to have it removed? Basically, what's the deal with dewclaws? Okay, so a dewclaw is the nail that is up on your dog's arm a little bit. And I'll show you a picture. But basically, evolutionarily, maybe that's another vocabulary word. Evolutionarily, how your dog evolved, they basically walk on their toes. So it gives them more traction, more flexibility so that they can run fast, so that they can chase down those gazelles or squirrels or whatever. Okay. So they basically walk on their toes. So their thumb is the dewclaw. And that's why you'll see on your dog that the dewclaw is up on the arm a little bit. Now, it really doesn't serve a purpose. Again, evolution, they've evolved past that. Like we use our thumb. Primates, it's all about the thumb. And that's what separates us and what's helped us evolve to the level where we are, for good or for bad, is the opposable thumb. Okay. Other mammals, they still have that thumb. They just don't use it. Okay. So with your dog, they don't need it. And a lot of breeds, especially if you're getting your dog from a breeder, they will remove the dewclaw when the dog is usually a few days old. If you're getting a specific breed that also has their tail docked, which we'll talk about next, your vet or the vet that does it, not every vet is doing these procedures anymore, the tail docking and the ear cropping, which we'll talk about. But if your vet does that while they're having while they're in having the tail dock, they'll also remove the dewclaws. Now, dewclaws can be in the front. They can be in the back as well, depending on the breed and the individual dog. A lot of dogs don't have the back dewclaws, but they'll have the front ones. And some breeds, like your Great Pyrenees, they will have double dewclaws in the back and sometimes double dewclaws in the front. And having that extra digit, it's called polydactyl. Maybe that's another vocab word. Polydactyl, meaning many digits. So some people have an additional digit. This is actually quite common in cats. You'll see a lot of cats that are polydactyl. But with some breeds, they will have that extra set of dewclaws. Again, dewclaws don't really serve a purpose. Some breeds require it as a breed standard, but most of them, again, if you're getting from a vet, from a breeder, they will remove those dewclaws when they're just a few days old, and it's easy to remove. Now, some dogs that don't have them removed early as puppies, usually it's not a problem the rest of their life, but you do just have to watch that the nail on the dewclaw doesn't grow so far that it will grow out and go back into the pad, where it can actually be like an ingrown nail. So it's growing into them. So you just want to watch that it's not growing too long. That's really the only thing. Now, some dogs, the dewclaw is extended so it can get caught on things. So that's something that you have to discuss with your vet, whether it's worth removing it, which would be an amputation at that point, or just keeping an eye on it. Some that are extended really far, especially if you're doing a lot of activities with your dog, if you're taking your dog out search and rescue dogs in particular may get caught on stuff. The more active your dog is, the more likely it could get caught on something. So that's something to discuss with your vet, whether it should be removed or not. And that's something that they can do when your dog is under anesthesia anyway, being spayed or neutered. They're under anesthesia anyway. Do the works. So if they need a Dewclaw removed, if they need a tooth removed, do it because they're under anesthesia. So that's something to discuss with your vet, though. And it's really an individual thing. It's an individual dog thing. It's an individual circumstance thing, basically. But that's what your Dewclaw is. It's basically the thumb. And whether you need to have it removed or not, it's up to you. It's up to your dog. It's up to your vet. It's up to the breed and what you're going to do with your dog. So, but just be aware of these Dewclaws. And if your dog does have it, please just watch that nail. I have seen too many times where the nail grows and then grows into the foot, which can cause so many other problems. So, Dewclaw, that's your word for the day. The more you know, the further you go. Till next time, go play with your dog. Watch those Dewclaws. See ya.